Hi Julia Watts here, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to have another look at the Sentimentally Yours Floral Finery, the brand new release. Hopefully you've caught some of my previous videos with this wonderful collection. I know it's going to be very popular, and yeah, don't miss out on it. So you will find them over on my website juliawattscrafts.co.uk. and you'll also find them over at honeypotcrafts.co.uk too. Obviously, as I said, it's while stocks last. In this demo we're going to be mixing up the flowers again, and we're going to be using the Floral Finery Lovely Petals, which has the cut out detail on the edges of the petals. And we're also using the Exquisite Petals, which again has got cut out detail but has got piercing detail on it as well. So we're going to be using those. We're also using the Majestic Fronds, which is the leaves that don't have the piercing detail, they just have the cut out detail. Of course we're going to be using the Sensational Stamens 3. One of these designs, and we're also going to be, of course, using Twiddly bits because them's the rules, and might as well use them while there's still stock. That's if, I mean, there might not be actually when you're watching this, but yeah, don't miss out on the Twiddly bits, they are inspired. Right, so we're going to be doing an A5 card. So I've got my A5 blank in inverted commas, and this is Alabaster white card. So it's like a creamy white. I thought that might be nice to use instead of the pure white, and you will find that over at Honeypot. Then I'm using the Exquisite circles, not Exquisite circles, they're rectangles. Exquisite rectangles from the latest release of the Layered Differently, and I've cut the largest of the dies out of the pale gold Lustre card, and you can see I've already gutted it, I remembered. And then I cut the next size die out of the Alabaster white, and I've embossed it with the beautiful Daisy Cascade 3D embossing folder. If you haven't got that, you need that in your life. So these two pieces are going to get stuck together. So we do that right now, using Sentimentally Yours PVA as always. Of course, it's the best. So I know I've said it lots and lots of times before, but just in case you're new to the 3D embossing folders from Sentimentally Yours, we do recommend that you mist both sides of the card before you pop it through into your folder and through your machine. That way the card kind of moves in and out of the deep emboss without any cracking. And because you've actually loosened the fibres, it's a good idea to pop it under something heavy to kind of flatten it out as well. What have I done? Let's see. I have put glue everywhere because I was talking to you. And so I'm going to have to clean up my mat in a minute. Yeah, I've been to bed since I prepped this. Only once, but you know, like I say, memory of a nap. What am I like? Honestly, seriously, what am I like? Let's grab some kitchen roll. Nice little mess under there. Let's just wipe the glue off of that, because we want to put that underneath my mat to flatten out nicely. Get rid of that for a minute, and we clean up my mess. Yeah, so don't put, if you've gutted it, don't put glue all over. Oh dear, it won't be the last time I do it, of course. They say you learn from your mistakes, but I've got to make it I've got to make a mistake a lot of times before I learn from it. Right, so next we're going back to the Exquisite rectangles. Get the word right. And I have cut, what number is this? I think this is number 4. number 4. So it's the largest but one out of the pale gold card. Then I've made a frame using the next one down, so number 3 and number 1. So a thin little frame, and that's going to sit in there like that. Okay, easy peasy. Then what I've also done is I've gone to our texture dies, and I've used, there it is. This one's not on a mag sheet because it seemed to be pointless putting it on a mag sheet. They do come on a magnetic sheet though, but mine didn't. Yeah, intricate tiles. I cut that out and I've actually shaped it just so I don't have to snip it all off. I've actually cut it out using the number, is it this one? Yeah, the number 2. Which I don't know if that was a particularly good idea, actually. I think it's all right. I don't think it cut any extra off, because obviously where it's joined, sometimes it might chop extra bits off. But anyway, that's what I've done. Intricate tiles, up there. And so when we put the frame on, you'll see that it's just a little bit shy, top and bottom, but we can actually just hide that. It's barely noticeable. Probably if I hadn't pointed it out to you, you wouldn't have noticed it. But we can hide that with leaves and flowers and things like that. So first order of the day is to get this frame onto this texture die. Again, this is all alabaster white. And I found some of my favourite Creative Expressions mountain cushion. I found a bit. So I can cut this as thin as I want it to be. And I do want it to be pretty thin, because it's not a wide frame. I was very happy when I found one of these. And hopefully that's not too wide. That might be there actually. We'll soon find out. I need to take both of the backers off. And then we can start popping it around the corners of the little shape. This is why I love it so much. Because first of all, you don't have, I've got 2 pieces here together, so it's deeper because it's not very thick. I can't remember how thick it is. It probably says on the packaging. Oh, it is. Does it say? It does not say, so I don't know how thick it is. It's probably something like maybe 1 point something millimeters. So when you've got a thin frame, you can cut exactly as you want to. It's perfect. Right, that is a little bit thick there. I'm just going to trim that off there and trim a wee bit off the side there. I think we'll just go there like that. And then we need another thin strip. Look how unstraight I've cut it. We don't need a full length of this though. I'm just going to go to there. I want to be as frugal as possible with this, as it's my last. You could, of course, just put it on flat, but I do want to raise it. If you've just got regular foam tape and you just need to cut it probably in half, and then you'll have to put lots of little bits, this is just quicker. hand, it's got the benefit of you being able to move it, because it, although it sticks, it's not super, it's not, you can actually move it afterwards. I do need a little bit more, look. Not much more. You do need to take the back off, otherwise it won't go, it won't move around the corners. There we go. Right, there's my frame, and we're going to pop our frame, I need to be able to see. We're going to have the top and the bottom pointing towards each other, and the points there. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. And you should be able to pick that up. And then we'll add some glue. This intricate tiles is very handy because it's got glue spots all in the middle bits. You could dip it, but it's harder now because it's got the tape in it, on it. So these glue spots are ideal. I've just realised I've got my wrong glasses on. I think we're good there. I don't, because we've got lots of tape around the edges, I don't think we need any extra glue around the edges. And this is going to go on our pale gold back. Let's get rid of some of those bits. And have a look around the camera. Perfect. Change my glasses. Right. It's beautiful. Fab, isn't it? Right. Now, what do we need? We need to pop that. Oh, should we shape? Let's shape flowers while we're at it. Oh, and I need to stamp a sentiment. We do that first. Never know what I'm doing first. Sentiment. We are doing a sentiment from the Magnificent Moment Sentiments, and we're going to put it. We are going to have the happy anniversary this time. As in a previous demo, I accidentally stamped that instead of huge congratulations. But we are going to have happy anniversary, and we're going to put it towards the right, so that if we do flowers and if they do go over on the left hand side, it's not going to affect the sentiment. I mean, thank you so much would fit to on your graduation day. You mean so much. It's your special day. Lots of them. On your christening day would just about fit as well. Lots of them will fit. And of course, huge congratulations would fit too. Right. Let's pick this up onto a block, which I've hidden over here. And we're going to stamp this with the Sandy and Versafine Clair, because I think this colour works really well with the pale gold. And we're going to just hopefully get it straight. Give the ink a chance to settle in. Don't press too hard. It's like, don't do this, do that, don't do the other. Happy anniversary. Okay? That's from the Just Saying Rustic Magnificent Moment Sentiments. In the description of this video, you will find a full list of what I've used and the links to my website, and I don't know if I put the link to Honeypot Craft, but I definitely mention it. Right, so that's our little bit of stamping. We'll put this on here straight away. you wanted to ink around the edges, probably antique linen would be a nice colour, either the Distress ink or the Distress Oxide. See if that's straightish. That's not straightish. I'll move it from being straightish to being not straightish. There we go. I'll put that under there for a minute, and we will do the shaping of the flowers. I've got some flowers here already. As I said, the flowers we're using are these two here. We're using the Exquisite Petals, and we're using the Lovely Petals. And if you do this, it does mean that when you run it through, you only need to run it through once, because you've got one of each design. So when you want to kind of stack them up, you're good to go. Right, so let's just move these over here out of the way. Then we are going to just do my favourite sort of shaping with this one. So take an embossing tool, just run it from the tip to the centre. I think this is my favourite way of shaping these. I mean, there's lots you can do. You can kind of scrunch them up and make some really shabby flowers. You can put smaller ones in the centre instead of using the stamens. There's lots you can do, but you know, I tend to stick to what I think is the prettiest. And what are we doing with this? We are putting, we're putting the one with the piercing detail on top, and the plainer one, which really isn't plain at all. I keep sliding, go away. Which isn't plain at all underneath. So we're going to just swivel that there like that, and give it a press. Oh, this, I didn't tell you, did I? This Stamens, I've used the French Champagne Lustre card for the Stamens, rather than the Alabaster white. Remember, the Alabaster white is an off-white, it's a creamy white. I'm just going to pop that in the centre, give it another press, and then we're going for my new favourite gems, the Champagne. We want an 8mm gem in the centre because that's the size of the cup. Pick up two. And we pop that in like so. And the other ones can join that now. We've got some 3-petal flowers. Those are the three petal flowers, and then you can see the difference. You've got the 4-petal flowers as well. Pretty, aren't they? Really pretty. I do love these Champagne gems. I'm also shaping the leaves. So these are the name. I think these are the Magnificent, Majestic. Of course, that would be the one that I didn't think. The Majestic ones. Best thing to do is to look at the picture on the packaging and see which one you like the best. I like them both. So again, we're just, like we did with the flowers, I'm just running the embossing tool from the end of the leaf down to the stem, and they will go onto my card with a little bit of shape in them. Okay, so there's my leaves. I've got a couple of butterflies here from the Tatty butterflies. Oh, that's Sentiment. The Sentiment panel I used was from the Magnificence rectangles, not from the Exquisite rectangles. I just tend to mix and match. So I've got, with the Tatty butterflies, which was from a release earlier this year, I've used the middle two sizes. I've not used the tiny one this time. I've used this size and this size. And we've got Alabaster white for the back, I think. Have we? Yes, we have. And we've got the pale gold for the bodies, or the top. So we're going to just pop a little bit of glue on here. Just going to do the bodies. And we're going to dab off a load of the glue, so we don't want it showing on the Lustre card. And I tend to leave the antennae on both of them, so it's a little bit thicker. You can of course just cut the antennae off, just cut them off there, but like I say, I just keep them. The smaller of the two. Again, get rid of that excess glue. Pick it up and put these two together. Okay. Are you gluing, mate? Yeah, I'm gluing. Right, we put those up there as well. What do we need now? We need to get our card and start constructing. Back a piece. And we'll have our foam tape. 2mm foam tape. I said we're going onto an A5 card because we're using the layers from the Exquisite rectangle. No need to waste your Lustre card. You got it as I've done, but do remember, don't do what I did. Don't glue in the centre. I bet you were all shouting at me, weren't you? Don't put glue in the centre, Julia. I wasn't listening. Okay. Let's put a bit of Prit on here so we can move it if we need to. Stand up to see if I can get it on straight. Okie dokie. Then we want our panel, which I think is stuck properly. I hope it is. Yeah, right. So this is going to go in the centre. That looks pretty already, doesn't it? Really lovely. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put it slightly over to the right so there's more room for my flowers, because my flowers are going to go on the left. So that's what I'm going to do. Am I going to put it on foam tape? That's the question. Are we? No, I think we're just going to glue it because we don't want too much foam tape on. Let's get this on. over to the right slightly. I think we're good. Do I need it up a bit? I think I might need it up just a fraction. I don't mind it being a bigger gap at the bottom, but I do not want it if there's a bigger gap at the top. Right, we got that there. Then I've got a mark there. Oh. How did that get there? It's gone now. Right, so then we're going to have the happy anniversary just there like that. So we are going to put this on foam tape. That'd be lower in the frame. I think we might need another one, so it's a bit higher in the frame. Okay. We'll have it in the middle. And the lines of the texture die help me keep it straight, which is fab. Then I think we're going to get the leaves on next. And we want a bigger one. Remember, I'm going to try and hide the fact that that isn't quite it doesn't quite go all the way down. So I think that would work. I am going to cut the stems off though, because it's going to be a bit of a challenge to get this to stick because I've shaped it. So I think we're going to have glue sort of on the tips. And hope it doesn't ooze out too much. Okay. Then we're going to have one at the top. I was really undecisive about what colour to do these leaves. I almost did them in the French champagne. But I think we're good. So this one is going to go and try and hide the fact that that isn't quite to the top. Glue on there, didn't I? Did I? I put glue there. That's where we want the glue. Right, okay. Then I think we're going to have, I'm going to just put lots of leaves on to begin with. In fact, we might have that coming out that way instead, so it goes a bit more. Don't want all that on there. As always, this is a faffy bit. Rustic. Right. Where's my big flower? Let's have a look, see what we're looking at here. See, it changes. As soon as you put your big flower on, it's lovely. Right, I think we do need our other leaves on as well while we're at it. Not come up the wands in yet. The wands might be somewhere else, or I might not even use them. So let's get our big flower on. Then we make sure we do some twiddly bits as well. So I'm going to have the big flower just about there, I think, if it wants to stick for me. Beautiful. Look at that. Stunning. Then we've got this one and this one. So these are the next two sizes, which will go on there. Ooh, lovely. So pretty, aren't they? I do think that these are the prettiest flowers that Phil's done so far. Please don't miss out on them. We don't want emails saying, I missed out, can you order some more? Because he won't order anymore. Okay. There we're looking fabulous. See, what we could do is, I wonder if I need to figure out where these are going to go. So let's shape these before we put our other two flowers on. So just hold it around the body and then use your fingers to give them some shape. Really comes together when you start adding bits and pieces. So we could have one down there. I don't know where to put them. This is what I'm rubbish at, deciding where to put my butterflies. They look quite good there though, don't they? So we could have a couple of flowers down here. How would that look? That looks silly. That looks silly. We could have a couple of flowers on this side. In which case I should have moved that over a bit. Or what I was going to do was just have all my flowers there, but then we don't see the leaves so much. Oh, decisions. I don't like that. Gotta have one there and one there. Don't like that either. I want to use them. Oh, we could put them just inside like that. So the leaves are poking. That's nice, I like that. And then we could have a butterfly there and a butterfly there. Don't mind that actually. Right, let's get these on. Oh, that's a 3-petal flower, so that one's got to go at the top, really. So I don't want all the 4s together and all the 3s together. So I quite like that. We've still got to get twiddly bits in. This is what makes these videos so long this time, is all the faffing. Do I actually like that? I want to have it further down, I think. Yeah, that looks fine. So what did we decide? We decided one kind of going like that and one perhaps on there like that. Yeah, right. This one needs a little bit of foam tape on it. And I think we might have to have a double because the sentiment's got a double. Where are we looking? Not 100%, but we've got twiddly bits to put in, haven't we? I don't think I need these leaves. Unless we just tuck them in somewhere. Could do. Let's just get rid of that. I wonder if that'll stay in. It has got glue on it, but the frame's in the way. Let's see if we can get some more glue. We could just stick it to the bottom there. Oh, fiddly. Now it's on my fingers. I'm going to throw it out in a minute. Right. See if we can get it on the top as well. All harder because I've shaped them. I do like the shape on them, but it's not the easiest thing in the world to stick though. Right, twiddly bits. What have I done with them? Here they are. So I've actually cut the twiddly bits out of the French champagne. And we are going to have a pearl in each corner as well. I'm not 100% happy with that. but the twiddly bits might actually help me. So this is one of my favourites. That's going the wrong way. Let's see if we can get this to stick somewhere. I want the ones with the, because some of them have got hearts on, and some of them have got little dots on, and the little dots are great for gems. So those are the ones I want to actually really use. Oh, that would be nice in there. I hope these stick. I think the frame's getting in the way a little bit. Right, then we'll have the opposite one of those to come out down here as well, I think. Fabulous. These make me very happy. Very happy indeed. They are a real finishing touch. Okay, that's that one. Then I've got another one of these, which we can have slotting in up the top somewhere. Maybe like that. Yes. I'm glad I cut these out of the French champagne actually. And what else have we got? Got no more with the little dot on. We've got some swirly whirlies, these ones. So obviously you can choose which end you want to have sticking out, or you could have both ends showing actually as well. So we could have it sticking out like that, which is quite cool. In fact, that might be all we need if we do that one. Let's see how we can get that one to stick. Put that flower. And hopefully it'll stick to the leaves underneath at some point. Right, then we'll say that's it for the twiddly bits. Then we just add a few more gems. Can't speak. We need a couple of big ones as well. Right, so if you know what you're doing, you could put these on first. If you don't know what you're doing, like me, you can put them on afterwards. So we're going to put the 5mm gems on here. put your finger underneath and you've got something to press onto, or your nail. If you can get your nail underneath, that is. I have to do finger for that. Pretty. Then we're going to put a gem in each corner. We go for the 8s in the corners. Bit of bling. Look, and that's fine, and there we are. What do you think? Do you like it? Obviously use whatever colours you want to. I'm not 100% sure about the positioning of these two flowers here, but you know, I need to step away from it, and then probably tomorrow I'll absolutely love it. Anyhow, you just as a reminder, you'll find the products over on my website juliawattscrafts.co.uk. There's a full list in the description of this video. The gems and the card you can only get from Honeypot. There you go. And I don't have the intricate tiles in stock either, which is the texture die. Hopefully you might find that at Honeypot Crafts, or any of the texture dies would work too. Do like and subscribe here on my YouTube channel if you've not already. Lots of videos on here using Sentimentally Yours products and other products from other brands too, and lots more to come. Thanks for watching.